Good morning! Welcome to a new video here on Let's Walk Around Stockholm. Another day, another walk. Yes folks, it is around 9 o'clock in the morning and the temperature is about plus 3 degrees, and as you can see today we are at Skogskyrkogården. I just came out of the metro on the green line towards the south, and if I look this way you probably recognize it from my Enskede video, Gamla Enskede, which is that way. So Skogskyrkogården is also located in this area, but that's not really where we're going. Today we are going to the place that Skogskyrkogården is all about, which is the cemetery. So maybe we could make it straight away into the word of the day. If you look at the word Skogskyrkogården, it basically has 3 parts to it. Skog means forest, kyrko comes from kyrka, which means church, and gården basically means like a garden or yard or something like that. But if you put all of 3 of them together, Skogskyrkogården, it translates as the Woodland cemetery. This is not just any cemetery, it's a really big one, and it's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So that means it's all protected, and it's supposed to be really beautiful. I've passed this area many times, but I've actually never been in the area itself. I read on the website it's open every day of the year, and you can also book guided tours and things like that. So, but we're not doing that today. We're just gonna have a cruise around as usual. But it's supposed to be really beautiful, so yeah, let's check it out. I think I arrived at the main entrance here. Which already looks pretty impressive, I think. See, with this old wall. I don't know if I said it before, but it's like plus degrees. It's like plus 3 degrees at the moment. So most of the snow and the ice has been melted. So I've heard this is the most beautiful cemetery of Stockholm. So let's see what it's all about. So it's basically like a, like a nature park, a nature reserve, something like that. All right. Yes, here it says it's been inscribed in the World Heritage List of the Convention concerning the protection of the world cultural and natural heritage. Inscription of the list confirms exceptional universe value of a cultural or natural site which deserves protection for the benefit of all humanity. All right, that sounds fancy. They're bigging up their cemetery here. That's nice. Sorry for not uploading a video yesterday. I did actually went into town, and then I was at Central Station. And then I looked at my phone, like 12% battery. Looked at my stabilizer, was blinking. So somehow I did plug them in to the cables, but I didn't connect the cables to the wall somehow in the morning. But anyway, today I charged it, so all good. Oh wow, this place is massive. Look at this. Okay. Really big here. I guess this is a perfect place for exercising. So, before we're walking half an hour into the wrong direction. So there's actually 5 chapels here. Troons, the chapel here, the visitor center. Cool. Nice. Chapel that way, let's go this way. Oh, it says walkway to the chapel. Oh, you know this sign? No winter maintenance, ej vinterunderhåll. And this is called the Path of the Cross. It somehow feels like I'm walking into an episode of Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or something, I don't know. I guess there's many birds here and things like that. They must have like many teams walking non-stop on these in these parks. Must cost a fortune as well. It said on the website like you have to be really careful with filming because they actually have a few thousand funerals a year in this place. So of course the last thing you want to do is actually disturbing some kind of ceremony. That would be so disrespectful, so I gotta be really careful here. And in the meanwhile, let's have a quick sneak peek here. In the meanwhile, let's have a look out for squirrels and deers and things like this. Let's walk here. Yeah, so if you're actually having a funeral, the last thing you want is some Dutch guy showing up with a camera. It's really nice and quiet here. No traffic, nothing. I can imagine they recorded lots of movies here. The Chapels of Faith, Hope and the Holy Cross. Built in 1939 by Gunnar Asplund. So the word tro in Swedish, you know, means like to believe or to have faith in something. So if you're believing, then you're troende. And then here you have hoppet, and that is hope. Pretty sure that means hope, yes. Look at the size of this. I'm not sure if it's beautiful, but it's very impressive. Yeah, you can't go in there. I'm not sure if I can go in here. Let's have a look. Let's go around. So this place was actually suggested by quite a few people. So yeah, keep the suggestions coming. You know, I cannot promise I can do all of them, of course, but yeah, I'll try to. It's really the perfect place to walk your dog here, that's for sure. This is actually the biggest cemetery I've been. Looks like it's kilometers long. I understand that these walks is not everyone's cup of tea. I know many of you, you prefer the more urban environment. So do I, but this is a very important place in Stockholm, so it's good to show. Quite interesting. I read on the website there's like a whole system of how to find a grave, you know, because there's thousands and thousands of people here. So yeah, you can just walk in and go like, oh, let's look for Johan Andersson. Well, first of all, it's too big, and second of all, there's many people with that name, so if you're looking for a far family member, you have to check on the website and contact them, and then you can figure out where your relative is located. It's very icy here, so I've got to be careful. I must say, it gives me a little bit of a spooky feeling walking around here with thousands and thousands of dead people around me. I usually don't have that, but in this particular case I do. I must say the graves here are all very well maintained. No, I had no idea of the size of this property. It's absolutely massive here, kilometers long. I see another chapel over there, so let's check that out and kind of make a circle back. Man, the live stream was so funny. The chat we had. About fried Mars bars, and the days before Dustin was talking about Lake at all, and oh, it was hilarious. I think the chats are almost more funny than the video, so yeah, very peaceful here. I don't know if it really shows how many graves there's actually here. I mean, I should look up how many, because it said at the website they have a few thousand funerals a year. So yeah, that makes me wonder how many people are actually here. It can't be thousands, it must be much more than that. I mean, I just see thousands on this side here. Must be 10,000. Yeah, we're gonna look that up. So here, this is what I was talking about before. So we have the different blocks. See, so this is block 23. Probably works a bit like a football stadium, you know, like, I don't know, row 26, block 23, and then grave 15, something like that. I think this is the watering system to keep everything green. Sprinkler system probably. They probably have to water it a bit during the summer months. Beautiful high trees as well in each direction here. Imagine there's actually some people that have a house like this, you know, where you drive up to your house. It would be pretty crazy. It said also on the website you cannot go into the chapels. I think you can book like you know, tours there as well. And in the summer they also have a cafe, you know, which is like open, but only in the good weather. Alright, so this is the Chapel of the Resurrection. It was opened in 1925. I think over there, those pointy buildings, almost like pyramid-like, I think that's the visitor center. So let's walk over there. Oh, if I would walk everywhere here, it would be a 3-hour video, I think. This place never ends. Yes, office that way, toilet, visitor center, the forest chapel. Cool, let's go this way. Kind of slowly make our way back to the subway. The maintenance crew. Ah, wait. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is this for bees? To make honey? I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I got the toilet building. Today I'm good. Oh, it happens to me quite regularly. Then I'm like halfway to walk thinking, oh shit, gotta go. See, so there you got those nice little cabins, or whatever you want to call it. Yes, that's correct. It was the visitor center. Yeah, we don't really have to go there right now, but still hoping for some squirrels, because this must be the best place of Stockholm for squirrels. Squirrel heaven. No people and trees and lots of space. One day I want to bring you guys also to Norrland, you know, the northern part of Sweden. I haven't been there much, but the problem is with when I go to the countryside or to the north, you know, it becomes a little less walkable. That's the problem. Like Stockholm is very suitable to walk because I can take the metro, the bus or the train to any random place, and always within 1 hour walk or 30-minute walk or whatever, you know, I can take the bus or the train or the subway again. So yeah, and that's of course much harder when I'm on the countryside, because I can have one interesting place and then maybe another interesting place, but in between I need to take the car, and I don't have a car. So in that case, if I go on a trip, I must rent a car, which is expensive, and you know, etc, etc. It requires a lot of more planning than in Stockholm, where I can just walk around. Well, the name of the channel gave it away. Let's walk around. That's much easier in Stockholm. But of course I could, you know, go to something like, I don't know, a castle or whatever, or some kind of other tourist place, and then walk for an hour or so and then go back. It's possible. But that's the good thing about Stockholm, and there's so much variation, so it's fun. I mean, can we just take a moment and enjoy the size of these trees? I don't know if it really shows the scale, but I mean, look at the building next to it. That was a very high building. See it in the far distance? And now look at those trees. That's crazy. I mean, if this cemetery is from like the 30s or whatever, when they built this, you know, some of these trees must be really old. The Forest Chapel. Oh, there it is. Oh, this is my favorite one. It's even more quiet here. It almost feels like I have to start whispering. Oh yeah, this is my favorite one. This is lovely. Unfortunately, I hear an ambulance or a fire brigade in the back. But this would make a cool house as well. And then you got these more traditional style underground place. I don't really know what to call it, but oh yeah, you can enter from all directions. That's pretty cool. It's like hidden. Right, it's almost time to round up the video, because we've seen the main chapels here now and you get an idea of how it looks here. So tomorrow we're going back into the city. Don't worry, I think tomorrow is time, maybe Kungsholmen somewhere. We'll find out exactly where we're going, but somewhere in the city. Alright folks, I'm gonna go back to the subway. Thanks once again for watching my video here on Let's Walk Around Stockholm. Thanks for watching, and I see you tomorrow.